let's get to stuffing some cash for April. Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to be cash stuffing my savings challenges number 1 for April. So I do 2 dedicated challenges towards these different envelopes that we're going to be working with. I also do a monthly minis, and I also do a Christmas randomizer. I try to do cash stuffing on Friday. So if that's your jam, that's what you can expect from me. I should have $200 here that I've budgeted for today's video. Let's just give it a count and be sure. We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. And then up front here, this is my rollover from the month of March. So in March, I had about $100 in my wallet for spending money, and this is what I have left over. So let's give it a count. I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, 4 of these, I think, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are special letters that are going to go into dedicated saving challenges. So these are going to go in my tray. And then this, what is this? $9 is going to go into my first challenge, which is my elephant piggy bank. This is Dolores. So let's give her a stuff. In today's video, I have just a couple of slight changes that we'll talk through, but I'm excited to continue on. The big goal that I'm working on is finishing up saving for my best friend's wedding. Her wedding's in August, and my goal is $2,000. I've already saved over $1,500. We're just wrapping up that last $500. And once I do that, I am going to make some changes to my savings challenge, like flow, and probably add in a category or 2, change things around. So some of those changes have started slightly, but we'll talk through it in even more detail. So anyway, here's Dolores stuffed. This money is not tracked. It just goes into Dolores. This is what I use for a birthday treat for myself, so I can buy myself a birthday gift. My birthday's at the very end of the year, so I'm still early on in stuffing her, but I like it to be a surprise. So earlier in December, I will unstuff this, and then we'll see how much I have to spend on a fun birthday treat for myself. So that is done. Something else I wanted to share is I got this cute, it was a dice set with these pink dice and this cup, and actually what I really wanted was this little tray instead of using my mouse pad, so I have somewhere to roll my dice into. So excited to be playing with this today. All right, let's dive in. The first big challenge I do is my 100 envelope box, and so let's pull out 4 envelopes for today. So these envelopes get stuffed from the money that I have here. It's a randomized effort. So I'm going to roll these 2 dice and then multiply by $5. So 4 times 5 is $20. That's going to go in the first envelope. I guess we could go in rainbow order. This money goes towards self-care for next year. So I save it up this year to use for next year. Things like hair appointments, 5 times 6 is 30. Getting any sort of like massage, facial. My husband and I like to do a couples massage a couple times a year, so that's the big chunk of it. Let's roll again for these last 2 envelopes. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20. It's just one of those things that we feel kind of guilty spending money on, even though we can budget for it and afford it. 3 times 5 is 15. My husband and I are consumer debt free, so you know, we can be a little bit more flexible in our budget. It's just this one still feels kind of guilty. So making it a challenge and then starting the year with a big stack of money makes it a lot easier because it's already like pre-saved for them. So this has been working well for us for a couple of years now, and we're going to keep doing it. So that's that done. Let's move into my self-care binder itself. So while I have all that money from the 100 envelope box, I also have a top up one that I keep here, and I'm using this rock, paper, scissors dice. So we got rock, that's $5, and this is kind of a top up. So when I run out of money, or if I need just a little bit extra, I have it here. So now this front envelope has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 45, 150. So that's good. We just let that build up until I need it. All right, let's go into the owl binder. This is the one that I'm using to save for my friend's wedding. So been making good progress here. We're going to add in $50 today, and I'm going to do that in 220s. Do I have 220s? Yes, I do. Okay, so 20, 20. And we'll stuff those envelopes. So we're getting there, certainly. She is starting to do things like dress fittings, and it's getting to be more of like the details now. So that's exciting. I know what dress I'm going to buy. I'm just going to wait probably until like June to buy it. I probably will need to get it tailored, like the hemline brought up because I'm short, but otherwise I think it should be good. Okay, then let's move into my black binder. This has every single one of the other challenges, I guess. So first up is Friend's Wedding. This is where we get to these special letters. So I have a K and a B. This is just a fun way to search for certain letters of $1 bills to then feed into that owl binder. So I do bundles of 20. So I'm adding 2 in today so I can mark off, I think these are like caramels, 2 more of those. So I just need $4 more to hit 20, and then this would feed into the owl binder as like a little booster. So there's that. Lovely. Then we have seasonal. This is kind of a mystery bonus that I do. So for this one, we're going to use the rainbow dice and see what colors we get. I've assigned each color a different dollar amount. And then I've got my markers here in my lap so that I can pull them out as I roll the colors. So let's see what we get today. Red. Okay, it's been a while since we had a red, so that's $5. Yellow is $3, so that puts us at 8. And let's see what the last one's going to be. Orange. Okay, that would be $10. Nice. So we'll add 10 in. I don't keep track of this, but I do this challenge for about 3 months, and then at the end of it, I can reallocate it and top up some of my other challenges. So it's just a fun, I like bonus reallocations. I like when you don't know what you're saving, like what the total is going to be. So there we have it. All right, so let's add the $10 in. I don't count this one, of course, and then we'll stick this back here. Okay, upcoming trips. This is a scratch off. I just got a couple of new scratch offs, so I'm excited to bring those out once this one is done. This one saves $75. Let's see what we get today. 10. Okay. Very good. So here's a $10 bill, and let's get it added in here. Okay, so now upcoming trips has 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420, 430, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 449. So that's good. Once we hit 500, I'll put it in the bank. I think we don't have any trips planned at the moment, but as I've said in previous videos, typically my husband and I go somewhere for Thanksgiving, and then my best friend and I are planning a girls trip for next winter, probably like February timeframe. Okay, this is adventures. I'm just changing the phrasing to say yes. So this is a savings challenge geared towards me being able to say yes to fun activities, even if they cost money. So things like concert tickets, you know, going to the state fair, going to whatever kind of event. So I'm going to be spinning this chip to see if we get a yellow or a red to determine how much goes in. Red today. So that would be $10. Okay. And then this now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 210, 215. I was going to buy tickets for the Morgan Wallen concert, but both my husband and my friends are out of town, so I have no one to go to, so I probably won't go alone, maybe next time. But that's okay. That's what this would have been used for. But I'll just let it build up more, and then I'll have even more to play with for future. All right, home. Oh, one thing you'll notice is I am going to pause from the $5 challenge. I just finished it again in March into the reallocation. I'm going to pause from it to kind of focus on some of these envelopes more intentionally, and then it might come back again in the future. So for home here, I had been doing $10 each time. I'm going to bump this up to $15. So $15 will go in, and we can mark off one of these stars. So home is now at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 185. We are deep cleaning, might have a couple of little maintenance things to do, but I also want to build this up so I can, you know, buy some decor, or like once we burn through all of our candles, I could get like a big candle day order or something like that. So I'm just trying to get this beefed up a little bit more. Okay, then we have holidays, and I'm just going to flip back. I have these cute little bookmarks now that I got on Etsy. So I am working on 4th of July. I typically put $30 in. Let's see what we have. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's fine. We'll do 25. So I have 2 trackers for this one. So let's start here. Okay. So 6 and 4 would be 10. 15, 20, ooh, and 25. Okay, so I finished the first tracker. That's exciting. And so now I'm at 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, $40. The goal is 100. So then I'll work on this one going forward. This one will save 60, so a total of 100. I think I'll just take this one out. It's kind of big and clunky, but I did finish it. So that's exciting. And then we have $2 left in my tray. These are both special letters. They start with E. They are going to go into rainy day, which is my emergency fund. So I've got $2 extra to add in here. And I did condense this tracker so that I'd have lower numbers available. So I'm going to mark off the 2 and get those in here, and let's give it a count. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 320, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 380, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. 388, this tracker will help me save $500. Rainy day emergency fund is something that I kind of just always want to be contributing to. And I have minis that are going to, you know, roll into here and other things going on. So anyway, my tray is now empty. I'm all out of money for today, but I feel like I did pretty well today. I got everything stuffed. Everything got something added to it. Hello, we are back with more March Madness. So the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 have been finished. So from the Sweet 16, I had 5 guesses, or 5 teams right out of 8. And for those, I'm qualifying each of those as $3. So that would be $15, which I have here, that I'm going to add into my luck envelope. And then the Elite 8 has also happened, and you could have a possible of 4 winners from that. And I had 2 of those right. And I'm going to count each of these as $5 each. So here's my other 10. So then next we have the final 4. My winning team was Houston, who is out. So this is basically the last round I could get if Arizona continues to move forward. So I will update you in, you know, the next video how that goes. But this has just been kind of a fun thing. It's all at work, and it's free. Like, nobody put money on the line, but it's just been like a fun way to kind of connect with people I normally don't work with. Okay, so let's add this money in here. And so now my luck category has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. These are really soft. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. So that is looking good. And that's all I had to add into this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.